What's up, Proxy? Today we've got a quick guide featuring Hugo, the suave scythe-wielding strategist from the notorious Mockingbird Syndicate. Don't let his polished appearance fool you. Hugo's as cunning as they come, blending elegance with lethal efficiency. As an S-rank ice attack agent, he's a master of exploiting enemy vulnerabilities with calculated precision. Every fight for Hugo is like a well-planned heist, and he's about to show us the Phantom Thief's playbook in action. Beneath that gentlemanly demeanor lies a combat style built on ice-cold precision. Before we continue, let's take a moment to thank our sponsor. If you're a fan of Genshin Impact, Honkai Star Rail, or Zenless Zone Zero, and you love collecting unique, high-quality merch, you've got to check out gachaking.store. From stylish shirts to amazing mousepads and everything in between, it's the ultimate destination for gamers who want to rep their favorite characters. Plus, every purchase helps support the channel, so you can look good and feel great about it. Don't miss out. Head over to gachaking.store now and treat yourself or grab a gift for a fellow gacha fan. Now, let's get back to the video. Hugo's basic attack, Dark Abyss Quartet, unleashes a quartet of sweeping scythe strikes, combining physical and ice damage in a deadly flourish. He pirouettes through up to 4 hits, each strike cutting deeper. At the climax of this combo, if you hold down the attack, Hugo channels his energy into a charged finisher, a final elegant slash that hits even harder. It's a flashy way to end a combo, but remember, every swing is meticulously calculated to leave his foes reeling. Of course, a true Phantom Thief knows how to slip out of danger. Hugo's dodge, appropriately named Phantasm, isn't just a simple sidestep. Time it perfectly, and he seemingly vanishes in a blur, then reappears with a swift counterattack. This perfect dodge not only keeps Hugo untouched by enemy swings, but also lets him retaliate instantly, keeping the pressure on as if he planned the whole exchange, because he probably did. And should you call on Hugo for an assist, he enters with Elegy, a rapid strike that cuts through the chaos to help control the battlefield. In a pinch, Hugo's assist can stagger a troublesome target or clip a charging enemy, offering a brief moment of crowd control alongside its damage. It's both a dramatic entrance and a tactical one, exactly what you'd expect from a mastermind with a scythe hidden under his coat. Now, we come to Hugo's special moves, where his icy tactics truly shine. His special attack, Soul Hunter, showcases Hugo's knack for staying composed under fire. The moment you trigger it, Hugo steels himself and gains a boost to his interruption resistance, meaning hardly anything can knock him out of his stride mid-attack. In the blink of an eye, he delivers 2 powerful ice-infused slashes that cut down anything foolish enough to stand in his way. Build up enough energy, and Hugo can unleash an EX version of Soul Hunter for even greater impact. This supercharged strike deals increased ice damage and even restores a bit of Hugo's energy, as if siphoning strength from his foes to fuel his next move. Hold the attack button during the EX, and Hugo pours additional power into the assault, dealing extra damage and making himself nearly unflinching for the duration. It's the kind of relentless onslaught that leaves enemies shattered, both figuratively and literally, and it cements Hugo's reputation as a tactician who always has another trick up his sleeve. Finally, we have Hugo's chain attack, Trick of Fate, the grand crescendo of his arsenal. Once Hugo has strung together enough hits to initiate a chain, he unleashes a wide area blast of frost that slams into all nearby enemies. This icy finale deals significant damage across the board, the kind that can turn the tide of a fight or clean up the last waves of a battle in one fell swoop. True to his style, activating Trick of Fate also reinforces Hugo's interruption resistance in that moment. Try stopping a Phantom Thief when he's orchestrating his escape, and you'll find it's no easy feat. It's a spectacular move that leaves the battlefield coated in ice and Hugo standing tall amidst the chaos, as if to say, checkmate. For skill leveling priorities, you'll want to invest in the abilities that amplify Hugo's deadliest strengths. Max out his special attack first. The extra damage and fortitude from Soul Hunter will make a huge difference in Hugo's performance. Next, focus on upgrading his chain attack to boost that big area burst and ensure Hugo can dominate group encounters. After that, Hugo's assist skill is your next best target, so Elegy hits harder and controls fights even better when he's called in. Then you can level his basic attack to polish up his overall DPS. Lastly, upgrade his dodge, Phantasm, when everything else is handled. A well-timed dodge is invaluable, but improving Hugo's offense and burst potential will benefit you more than shaving a second off his dodge cooldown. No ace thief goes into battle unarmed, and Hugo's weapon of choice is his signature W engine, Myriad Eclipse. This S-rank scythe is tailor-made for Hugo, boosting his ice damage output and syncing perfectly with his skill set. With Myriad Eclipse in hand, Hugo maximizes his lethality, every swing bites that much colder and deeper. But if you haven't gotten your hands on his signature blade, don't worry. Hugo can still shine with a number of alternative W engines. He can tap into the power of Deep Sea Visitor or Street Superstar for a solid performance, or even repurpose heftier gear like Steel Cushion, Marcato Desire, or Cannon Rotor to get the job done. Each of these alternatives offers its own twist on Hugo's playstyle, so you can pick one that best fits your build or the resources you have. In the end, a strategist like Hugo always finds a way to make the most of the tools at his disposal. When it comes to drive discs, Hugo benefits from gear that amplifies his relentless offense. Look no further than a 4-piece set of Hormone Punk as the ideal choice. This set cranks up Hugo's attack and critical rate whenever he deals attribute-aligned ice damage, and that bonus can stack up to 3 times, meaning the longer Hugo keeps up his elemental assault, the more dangerous he becomes. It's a perfect match for an agent who plans his fights as expertly as a bank job. If you're still piecing together that set or want to experiment, a 4-piece Puffer Electro is a worthy alternative. It provides a balanced boost to Hugo's performance across the board, making sure he remains a threat in various combat scenarios. You can also mix and match with 2-piece sets to fine-tune Hugo's stats. Sets like Woodpecker Electro, Branch and Blade, Astral Voice, or Polar Metal can each lend a helpful bonus, whether it's upping his critical potential, enhancing physical and elemental synergy, or just adding more raw damage. Feel free to get creative and find the combo that best complements Hugo's icy, calculated approach. As for stat priorities on those discs, focus on the stats that make Hugo hit hard and often. For the main stats, on disc 4 roll for critical rate or critical damage, whichever balances your build out better. On disc 5, grab ice damage percent to amplify all of Hugo's elemental attacks, and on disc 6, aim for attack percent to boost his overall damage output. In the substats, stack up as much crit rate and crit damage as you can, followed by attack percent to raise his base power. A bit of penetration doesn't hurt either. Cutting through enemy defenses will help Hugo's strikes land with their full intended force. By prioritizing these stats, you'll ensure that Hugo delivers consistent and potent damage every time he steps onto the battlefield, turning each encounter into a quick and clinical operation. Now, even a lone wolf like Hugo knows the value of a good crew. Hugo thrives alongside teammates who can set up his prey with stuns, letting him swoop in for the finish while the enemies are incapacitated. One of his ideal partners in crime is Lighter, a fire-wielding agent who can ignite and stun groups of enemies, leaving them quite literally frozen in place for Hugo's icy onslaught. Lighter's reliable crowd control is the perfect setup. Think of it as Hugo's version of a diversion in a heist, creating an opening for the big move. Then we have Lycaon, a powerhouse who deals physical stuns and happens to be a former ally of Hugo's. Pairing Hugo with Lycaon is like reuniting 2 old accomplices. Lycaon knocks the enemies senseless, and Hugo moves in with elegant precision to seal the deal. With Lighter setting them ablaze and Lycaon striking from the shadows, Hugo can orchestrate a devastating combo, exploiting every stun moment to cut down his foes before they even recover. For your 3rd squad slot, or if you don't have those specific agents on hand, Hugo can team up with other stun specialists just as effectively. Characters like Trigger, Chingy, or Pulchra can step in to keep the enemy crowd controlled, each bringing their own flavor of disruption to the table. The goal is the same, constant opportunities for Hugo to land uninterrupted hits. Once the stun lock cycle is in motion, Hugo will methodically dismantle the opposition with that trademark Mockingbird efficiency. To round out the team, consider adding a support-oriented agent who complements Hugo's style. Astra Yao, Lucy, Nicole, or Sukaku are all great choices to provide backup. Whether it's buffing Hugo's attack, debuffing the bad guys, healing the squad, or offering a bit of extra crowd control, these support characters help ensure Hugo can fight at his best. And of course, don't forget to pick a Bangbu companion that aligns with your team's strategy. Those little critters can offer handy bonuses like increased damage or extra survivability. Even a mastermind thief appreciates a trusty sidekick, and the right Bangbu can really tie the whole plan together. And that's everything you need to know to master the art of the heist with Hugo, Mockingbird's very own tactician extraordinaire. With the right build and team behind him, Hugo can dominate the battlefield with an icy, calculated calm that few enemies can withstand. What teams will you be running with Hugo? We'd love to hear your strategies and thoughts. With such a strong kit, it's hard to imagine skipping out on Hugo if you get the chance to recruit him. But we want to know your pulls and experiences too. In a game full of tempting agents, we all have to make some tough choices. With Yi Xuan on the way, it's definitely tough times for Vivian and Hugo Wanters, so Let us know if Hugo's on your must-have list or if you're holding out for someone else. If you enjoyed the guide, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more quick dives into your favorite agents. If you'd like to support us directly, be sure to check out our merch store. We've got some seriously stylish gear approved by Hugo himself waiting for you. Don't forget to check out our other guides while you're browsing our wares. Thanks for watching, and by following this guide, you too can be a gacha king.